Okay, hello Taurus. I hope you're doing well. This will be a reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, and Venuses. Just a general energy for when you see this video. Yeah, when you see this video, then it's for you. So let us begin. This is a snapshot of the energy and also a little bit of understanding of the future, so to speak, right? Where the energy will flow to. So let's begin. Okay, usually I start with these, but I guess I'm starting with these. So let's just begin with that, and then I'll clarify with the other ones. Okay. Interesante. Okay. Okay, so here, tú tienes muy fuerte, right? So here, I think I said that right. Here you have the Emperor card in the present moment. So in the present moment, you're definitely trying to control a scenario, right? You're trying to control something. Like it's like there's, it's not an anal retentive control. It's a control of putting things in their proper places, putting things in the proper perspective. And so here I could see that too. It's you're trying to transform a situation, right? A situation has died in your past, something that has come to an end. There's like there's been a falling away of an energy, right? A degradation of energy, a decomposition of a certain thing, right? And so it's like you're trying to make executive decisions on where all of this where this is going to go. So this could very well be a business. It has to do with hierarchical systems. So it has to do with a business or a governmental system that you're in, or if you're like a parent, it has to do with like the hierarchy of like maybe something in the family kind of decompose a little bit, and so now you're trying to put things back into place. Like things fell apart and you're putting things back into place. Or with work, things fell apart and you're putting them back into place. So like you're taking responsibility, you're taking charge of this scenario, and you're putting them back into place so that you can create something from whatever happened, whatever died. So like if something happened in the workplace where there was a hierarchical system, but this system fell apart, now you are putting yourself in that position where you are the boss now, and you make the decisions to creatively to put things back into place to grow this certain scenario. And so here in the positive energies that you have working with you, you have the Four of Swords. Now the Four of Swords is a peaceful energy. So this is like you're in this position of putting things back in order, right? Controlling things, so to speak. And this could be so you're putting things back into place, but you are mentally calm in this energy, right? Like you're mentally like in this place of making sure that everything is fair. So you want fairness in this new vibration that you're creating, this new workplace environment, and this new family that you're making. You want fairness. You want things to be proper, so that there's no so that nobody is overly in charge. Really, honestly, so that no one's over in charge of you, because I don't think you want anyone to mess this up, really. And so it's like you're in this mental place of, okay, focused. Like you're focused on the job that needs to get done. It's like I'm very focused on this job. And so, okay, we're focused here. This is the intention. This is what we're doing. And focused here so that this works, right? And so that during this creation process, we don't get mixed up. However, in the negative energy that's affecting you, you have the Wheel of Fortune. And so the Wheel of Fortune is, okay, you would like control. That's really great. However, there are certain things that are out of your hands at times, right? And like, for example, like for the death card, you probably didn't want this to come to an end. So it's like there are certain things that are out of our control at certain times. And it's interesting that the Wheel of Fortune is in the negative energy aspect, because usually it's a positive card of luck and prosperity. And let's spin the wheel, see where we land, right? Hopefully we have all good options. But sometimes when you spin the wheel, you no longer have control of the situation at hand. So you're in this position where things fell apart, and now you're putting them back together from a position of authority to recreate what you have in your own mind. But it's like the universe is saying, I appreciate that you are being the emperor here and you're putting things back into order and you're very mentally focused. However, it's not up to you. And so I think that there's only so much that you can do, right? There's only it is up to you ultimately. It is up to you. You are the emperor in this position. You also have the temperance card here. So you are the creator in this position. It's just not entirely up to you. There are circumstances that are not in your control at all times. And so I think that's going to lead to this failure here. This physical failure. And I am not going to predict anything for anyone, but it's like this is a physical failure, right? So it's like, let's say you are in a hierarchical position, right? Where you are, now you're in charge and you're the one that needs to recreate this thing and create this artistic expression again. And you're very focused, but the universe has other plans for you. And so it might not work, right? But the outcome is inevitably abundance. So it's inevitably emotional abundance. It's almost like you're trying to put this thing back together again, but it's not helping anyone. It's doing more harm than it is good. Like, it's failing so that you can emotionally feel better, right? And so the first thought I had was, like, if you're an artist, you're in this new executive position of creating an art piece for a client. But then the client, maybe like you had an old client that used to give you good product, but now that's it. Now you're on your own, you're freelancing. And so you're freelancing, you're creating new product, you're very focused, but then the universe has other plans where it's like, well, actually, I don't want you to freelance. And so when you do freelance, you realize, oh, damn, like, I'm not making any money, I'm failing. But it's like the universe doesn't want you to freelance. So it's getting you to, it's going to give you this like little bit of failure financially so that you can understand you can work from within and then outwards rather than trying to control everything and trying to get things to work in your favor. Because the emperor it's government. So government takes the people and controls them. So it's a controlling energy. It's like the patriarchy, right? It's like the government takes you and controls you and kind of manipulates you into doing what its will. So that's what you're doing right now. Because you have no other choice, right? It's like, what the hell else am I going to do? Am I just not going to take over? Am I not going to work? Am I not going to be in charge here? I'm the one that is in charge here. And that's how it is. And that's my transformation. And the universe is like, hey, buddy, like, there might be other things for you, you know? So, Wheel of Fortune is clarified by stand your ground. I was going to put that upright, but I realized I'm holding it in reverse. Oh, excuse me. I hope you didn't hear that mad burp, dude. Mad burp. Drink some green tea. So you have the stand your ground. Excuse me. Stand your ground. The sacral chakra in reverse, and the Two of Swords. Mental conflict. So, yeah, this is the universe, like, testing you, basically. It's testing you to be like, are you sure you want this? Are you really sure that you want this? Like, is this is this who you are, right? Is this giving you confidence? Do you feel confident in this decision you're making? Do you feel confident being in charge, right? Do you feel confident having to make these executive decisions? Do you feel confident in this hierarchical place? And ultimately, I don't think you do. That's up for you to decide, obviously, because it's a stand your ground energy. You're a Taurus. You're not just going to give up. You're not just going to say, okay, well, that was hard. You're going to internalize it, figure it out internally, and then bring it outwards. So you're not just going to give up. Even if it makes you feel like it's not yourself, even if it makes you feel like you should give up and you're not confident, you're still going to do it. But it's causing you mental pain. So is it worth it? Ultimately, no. Okay, from what I see. But let's just clarify. Whoa. That shit jumped. You have the conflict and peace in reverse. Choose wisely. And yeah, temptation. It was in reverse, but same shit. So yeah, you know, Taurus, man. Like, is it choose wisely how you're going to feel about the situation. So this failure is inevitable, basically. And it's like, by hearing me say that, you might think that you'll create that, but this is like energy, right? So it's the energy of failure. So it's not total failure. It's not like you're going to lose everything and just become this vagabond, but it's like the energy of failure, right? And so choose how you feel about it. That's the only, I think that's the only thing you can do. Like in Man's Search for Meaning, for example, the author, I forgot his name right now, but he found that the only option he had during this time of immense failure, and when he had no control over his own life, was to choose how he felt about the situation. And so I think this is gonna really like mess with your mind, basically. Like, it's gonna really mess with your mind, this failure. Like, I did everything I could do. I thought I did this well. Like, I thought I did this, but it's like a fail, right? It's like, oh, you failed. People fail all the time. And so and now you have the temptation of, are you going to continue with this because you like these nice things, right? You like these this overconsumption, really, is how I'm thinking of it. It's like you don't know how to like not overconsume. I don't know. Yeah, or it's like yeah, where it really is just sort of like there's a temptation of the physical world to believe that the physical world is all there is. And so this failure that is that's coming, or that you are already feeling, is going to put you in a position of thinking that you failed, like no more options and there's no more coming back from this. But it's like the devil is tempting you to see if you are in the position of choosing wisely how you feel about the situation. And I think you are, because you have the Three of Cups here. So your decision is going to be, I feel, your decision is going to understand that you have actually an abundance of things around you. And this small hiccup is not going to be the end of you, because you're a Taurus and you're going to continue, regardless of what happens. You are going to be the mountain that continues regardless of how much it gets rained on, regardless of how much of a piece it gets torn out of it by the weather, regardless if it's under the ocean for millions and millions of years and then comes back down again. You know what I'm saying, right? So it's this thing of, how are you going to feel about this failure? Because I think, so the Five of Swords is in reverse. So you're going to bounce back heavy from this. And it's going to be super interesting to see, because it already died. So it's like the thing already died. So, okay, we can't do anything about that anymore. So let's continue. Let's just push forward. And like the Five of Swords in reverse is like, that wasn't that bad. Why am I letting this external stuff push me into an energy that I don't want, right? It's like, that wasn't that bad. Okay, I wasn't myself for a while, but ultimately this isn't that bad, even though it may seem like it. And the reason it seems like it is because it's out of your control. But okay, I mean, I hope that helped. Let's just draw a Wisdom of the Tower real quick, get a general idea. Whoa, damn, knocked my shit over. This is your card, by the way. So your court card rules Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. All right, you got walk away. Yeah, I think you're gonna walk away from this situation. Let go of burdens and worries. Surrender your ego and walk away. Feel the freedom and enlightenment as you rise above petty matters. Follow your inner quest and luxuriate in well-deserved peace of mind. Exactly. Enough said. And also, making money is not a bad thing. If you make money and you're making a shit ton of it, this is just a small hiccup in the continual growth of the making money process, right? It's an energy. It's not just going to stop just because you failed. So yeah, walk away and you got this. All right. Peace.